And what we've got is we got some pieces of rabbit. These are, you know, all the parts just cut up. Here's legs and limbs. And we're going to fry that in the pan here. We've got some olive oil going on. We're going to have some white vinegar. Now you can get white wine vinegar if you want to, but this is the cheapest way to go. Some brands of white wine vinegar taste better, but this will do just fine. So start with that. We want to have our heat somewhere about a little above medium. We're just going to go ahead and set our pieces of rabbit, which have been washed and cleaned, in here. Anytime you let your rabbit sit in the refrigerator for any amount of time that's, you know, a day or so, you're going to want to have to wash it when it comes out, just so you don't make yourself sick on any bacteria that might be there, kind of the same way with chicken. It's just a safer way to go. You're not going to wash any of the flavor out. It's still all going to be there. You're just not going to poison yourself. So we got this pieces of meat in there. And we're going to just let that go right now with just the oil and the vinegar. I'm going to go ahead and cut up this is a yellow onion. I'll cut this up here. Probably won't use the whole thing, but we'll use a good portion of it. And these aren't diced up, but they're chopped into relatively small pieces. You don't want too big, but it's up to you, really. It's a preference thing. But we're just going to go ahead with this size here, and just go ahead and push that in. Got some diced garlic. Again, it's a time saver. I really like garlic, so that's, but just going to move that around. Once it starts warming up, we're going to cover it for a little while when it does start to sizzle, and that way all that flavor from the onions and the garlic is going to push back down into our rabbit. Anyway, we've also got lemon pepper, just some generic, whatever. You can go ahead and add that now, a little bit. Don't add too much right now. That's just to start off, because once you start, I'm also going to add about a tablespoon of dill to this. It's just cheap dill weed. And a little bit of basil. Just a little bit of leaf in there, and it's got a really nice sweet flavor that it adds to it. Now it's starting to sizzle. I've got my lemons here that I've cut up about so big, like I said, quarter size, maybe smaller depending. And so I'm just going to go ahead and push all of that pulp out of there, like so, and we'll let it fall. So we've had this lid over this for about 10 minutes. You can see it's all kind of coming together, all those flavors. Right? It's cooking on the bottom. We got a little bit of water that was on the rabbit and whatnot there. We can kind of cook some of that off right now. Alright, so it's simmered down. We're going to go ahead and turn down the heat a little bit. We don't want it to burn. We don't want to lose, get that scorched flavor. That's just nasty. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add just a little bit more vinegar to it. That'll kind of buy us some time. I'm going to add a little bit more of the lemon pepper. Again, you don't want it to burn, but you do want it to caramelize and get that the lemon and the vinegar and all of that to just kind of be, well, caramelized. Maybe some rice, even if you had some rice on the side, like a rice pilaf, a long grain rice, something like that, with some rich flavor. That would really bring it to. Alright, we're going to let that cook down. We'll be back. Well, we've simmered down to where we've got that little bit of caramelization. There's a billion ways to cook rabbit.